Hi, this is Ms. Fazone. This is Pre-Calculus lesson number 1, taught on Wednesday, September 5th, 2014. If this is your first time viewing this lesson, you should be taking notes. If you have seen this before and you're really lost, I would say put your notes away, retake notes, or you can just follow along. All right, so the do now is just a SAT question. How many 3-digit numbers greater than 240 can be formed by using different digits from the set 1, 2, 3, 4? So we're going to use the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 to make numbers greater than 240. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you start with the number 2, we need 2 other digits to go here, but it has to be bigger than 40. So you could do, if you put a 4 here, you could put a 1. You could do 240. You already used 2 though, 3. Okay. So those are the only options starting with a 2. Right? So then we could put a 3. And again, we're using the other digits. So we could do 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 4. Again, you can't do 3, 1, 3 because you can't use the 3 twice. Right? Then we could do 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2. All right, so those are all the three 4s. And then we can do 4. So 4 has a lot of options. 4, 1, 2. 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2. Okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I had 14 answers, so it's a multiple choice. It's letter C. There's 14. I literally just went through and did it. Did it take some time? Yeah, but you know what? It's not a difficult SAT problem, so why don't you just spend the time doing it? Okay. So now this first lesson is long division of polynomials. So let's do a review of just plain long division. So number 1, 8 into 9992. How many times does 8 go into 9992? So the reason we're doing this is we want to think about what's actually happening when we're dividing, what's going through our thought process, so that when we do polynomials, it's a little easier. Okay, so 8 into 9. We all know it's 1. I know you know it's 1. But how did you get that? What's actually happening in your head? What you're saying in your head is 9 divided by 8 is 1 and then something, right? It's 1 and change. So that 1, I'm dividing. 9 divided by 8 is 1 and stuff. So now we multiply, right? 1 times 8 is 8. So first we divide, then we multiply, and then what do? We take away. We subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring everything else down. Right? So we divide, we multiply, we subtract. Okay? Now 8 doesn't go into 1, so 19. How many times does 8 go into 19? Again, we're thinking of this as division. It's 2 point something. So we put a 2 up there. Then we multiply. 8 times 2 is 16. And we subtract. 3, 9, 2. Then how many times does 8 go into 39? Again, in our head, we're thinking division. 39 divided by 8 is 4 and change, right? So we put a 4. 4 times 8 is 32. Again, multiply, subtract, and then last 72. That's a nice even number 9. Multiply, subtract, our remainder is 0. All right? So focus on this process. I'm dividing. I put that number up top. I multiply. I subtract, bring down. Okay? Let's do one more review of old school. Sorry. Every so often the video will go off. my lights go off in my classroom. All right, let's try another one, old school, just to prepare us for the polynomials. Okay, again, what's our first thought process? Does 7 go into 24? How many times does 7 go into 24? 3 and some change, 3 point something, right? Put a 3 above the 4, because 7 goes into 24, not just the 2. We multiply, subtract. Okay. 7 into 33. What's that? 5 is too big, so it's 4 point something. Put a 4. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract. You get 5, 8, 1. Now how many times does 7 go into 58? 58 divided by 7 is 8 point something. Multiply. Subtract. Oh, that one's easy. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Okay? So again, divide, multiply, subtract. Okay? That's the process that we're going to be using for long division of polynomials. Okay? All right, so number 3, let's jump right in. Make sure you can see this. All right, so the way I write it, this is what's going to be given to you. It's going to be written like this. Whoops. 7x squared minus 17x plus 66 divided by x plus 3. If you've seen this before, pause the video, try it on your own, and then check that you did it right as I go through. All right, so this is what it's going to look like when I give it to you. We're going to write it like we did with the numbers. So the x plus 3 on the outside and the polynomial on the inside. So when we're trying to figure out how many times this binomial goes into the polynomial, you're going to ignore the 3 until you multiply. We're going to just focus on the highest power. Just like here, we focused on 7 and 24, 8 and 9. Okay? So